Hello everyone. So today we are going to learn about good laboratory practices in pharmaceutical industries. Okay. So that is called GLP. So we'll understand what are the GLPs that are used in the pharmaceutical industry. Okay. So what are GLP actually? What is it? What is GLP? Now, good laboratory practices, it refers to a set of internationally recognized guidelines that are designed to ensure the quality, consistency, reliability, and integrity of non-clinical laboratory studies. Right? So these guidelines, what they do, they play a crucial role in industries like pharmaceuticals, chemicals, and food safety, where accurate data is essential for evaluating the safety and efficacy of products before they can be introduced to the market. Right. Now, why GLP is vital in pharmaceutical industry? Okay. So, it is vital. First of all, GLP is vital during the clinical phase of the drug development. Okay. So, in the preclinical phase of the drug development, it is vital where it ensures that studies assessing the safety, toxicity, and effectiveness of drugs are conducted in a controlled, reproducible, and documented manner. So these principles, these are essential for regulatory approvals and they ensure public safety as well. Okay, so that is why GLP is vital. Now, coming to key principles of GLP. Okay, so there are 7 key principles. The first one is the study protocol. Now, every study must have a well-defined protocol that outline the objectives. Also, the outlining is required in methodologies, experimental design, and procedures that are to be followed. Okay, so this will ensure that the study is conducted systematically and that all the results can be traced back to the specific procedures. Okay, so this is how the study protocol is maintained. So everything should be well preserved, well written, and well followed. Right. Now coming to the second one, that is personnel. Now personnel are the employees that work in that industry. Okay. So, the qualified personnel, they must carry out the studies with clear definition of their roles and responsibilities. Okay. So, this ensures that those performing experiments have the necessary expertise to produce reliable results. Right. And the third one is facilities. So, facilities is a very important part in any industries. Okay. So, laboratory facilities must be designed to prevent contamination and mix-ups, and they should be suitable for the study being conducted. The environment should support the safe handling of test substances and samples. Okay. So the facility should be given an utmost importance because that is where the all the studies will take place, right? So facilities is a very important and an important or we can say it's a major principle in all of the practices that we have learned either in GLP or in GMP in pharmaceutical industries or food industries or any other industry wherever facilities are very important. Now coming to the fourth one, that is instrumentation and equipment. So all equipment and instruments used in studies must be properly calibrated, maintained and documented. Now regular maintenance and validation is also required. Okay, to ensure why? To ensure that the data generated is accurate and they are reliable. Okay, so that is why regular maintenance is required. Now, data recording and documentation. Now, every step of the study from experimental design to data collection must be documented in detail. Now, this GLP, it requires transparent and traceable documentation that allows for easy retrieval of data during audits or reviews by regulatory bodies. That is why data recording is done. Okay, in written, in video or audio, in every way data recording is done for proper documentation so that whenever it is required either for audits or for checkups, regular checkups by the regulatory bodies, okay, so you can show it. So proper documentation is required. Now next is sample handling. Now proper procedures for handling test substances including storage, labeling and transport, they're essential to maintain the integrity of the samples and to ensure that results are accurate. Okay. And the last one is quality assurance. Obviously, an independent quality assurance team is required to monitor compliance with GLP guidelines. Okay, who will monitor that all the GLP guidelines are being followed in the laboratory for the production of the mm, targeted samples or products, you can say. Okay, so quality assurance team are important. Now this team audits the study process, it reviews the documentation also, and also ensures that any deviation from the protocol are addressed or not. Okay, so this is what the quality assurance team does. Now coming to the importance of GLP in the pharmaceutical industry. Now, GLP ensures that pharmaceutical companies can produce reliable, consistent, and reproducible data during preclinical studies, which is critical for regulatory submissions, right? So, all these things, when we keep it in a reliable and a consistent manner, okay, everything is done in a systematic way. So, you will find it easier to submit it to the regulatory bodies whenever it is required. Okay. Now, these regulatory agencies like the US Food and Drug Administration or the European Medicine Agency, okay, they require that non-clinical studies comply with GLP. Okay, they will see, they will assess that whether you are following the GLP or not, good laboratory practices or not. Okay, why? To ensure that the data is trustworthy for assessing the safety and efficacy of the new drugs. Okay, so the drugs you are preparing or whatever products you are preparing or you have produced, okay, in order to make it a trustworthy product or a reliable product, in order to check on its safety and efficacy, you need to follow the GLP guidelines. It's very important because all of the major regulatory agencies, they do the same. Okay. Now, coming to examples of GLP application, one of such examples is toxicology testing. Okay. Now, these studies are performed to determine the safety profile of a drug before human trials. Obviously, before human trials, all the drugs are tested on animals to make it safe for the humans. Right. So now this is divided into four parts again. So first is the study design. So in the study design, the toxicology test followed a detailed protocol that outlines the species of the animals, the drug doses that are used, and the study duration. So how long that the study will go on. Okay. So all these things are done in the study design. Now animal care and handling. Okay. So is the second important thing. So GLP, what it does, it enforces strict guidelines. Why? Enforces strict guidelines for the care of the animals. Okay. So that the animals that are being tested upon should be taken care of. Okay, used in the studies, now ensuring their well-being and preventing undue suffering so that they can be healthy while the tests are conducted, and they will prevent the undue suffering also, so that whenever they are sacrificed in case for the study, they will not suffer, they will not feel the pain that much. Okay, so GLP has also enforced strict guidelines regarding this as well, right? Now the third one is data collection. So observations related to the drug efficacy on animals like the weight changes, behavioral alteration or adverse reactions are meticulously recorded in the data collection. Okay. Everything is recorded. And fourth is our integrity of results. Now all data must be carefully stored and any changes to the records must be documented to ensure data integrity and regulatory compliance. Okay, so everything, if any of the tiniest changes is made in the records or any findings are new to the experiment, so that also needs to be documented as early as possible. Okay, to maintain the data integrity, to maintain the update, right? So these are the examples of GLP. Now GLP in microbial studies. So in the context of microbial research, such as testing the effectiveness of antibiotics or vaccines, GLP ensures the following, that is accurate sampling and labeling, instrumentation and data traceability. Now in accurate sampling and labeling, microbial cultures must be correctly labeled and stored to prevent cross-contamination, which ensures the reliability of the results. Okay. So obviously when you do the accurate sampling, when you collect it and you keep it in an accordingly you keep it, okay, doing the proper labeling and all, you what you do, you prevent the mixing up. Okay, cross contamination is prevented, and it also helps you to find the sample whenever you need it, right? It will also ensure the reliability of the results. Okay, so accurate sampling and labeling are important. Now instrumentation. So instruments that are used for the microbial testing, like the incubators, spectrophotometers, they all must be regulated, calibrated regularly. Okay, every time. At every interval, you should calibrate it further, right? And validate. Also calibrate it and validate it to provide the accurate measurements. Otherwise, after some interval, the calibration will get over. Okay, so you need to calibrate it interval to interval so that you get the accurate results. Now data traceability. Now GLP ensures that the entire testing process from sample collection to final result is documented in a way that is easily traceable for audits. Okay, so GLP, what it does in data traceability, it ensures that from the starting of the experiment to the finishing of the experiment, everything is being well documented. Okay, so they ensures it so that you will be able to find it whenever you want it, whether it is for your work purpose or for the audits or for the checkups, regular body checkups, like regulatory bodies, they come to check the industries whether everything is going on in a proper manner or not. Okay, so at that time this data traceability helps a lot. Okay, now this brings us to the conclusion that good laboratory practices is a cornerstone of reliable and high quality research in the pharmaceutical industry. By adhering to the GLP guidelines, pharmaceutical companies can ensure that their non clinical studies produce accurate, reproducible, and trustworthy results. Now, this not only aids in the development of new drugs but also protects public health by ensuring that the products that reach the market are safe and effective. Okay, so that's all for today's video. Hope you all have understood today's topic. If you have any queries, feel free to comment below. And for detailed notes of this video, follow our LinkedIn page. The link is in the description. If you want to learn about other topics in a simplified manner, comment the topic below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more such interesting microbiology updates. See you in our next video.